If you want to direct your question specifically to one member of the panel or t'other, feel free to do so. Well, it's an informational meeting for people who want to ask questions about TPP, and I'm sorry, Madam, I had people come up to me in morning who have driven a long way, people who are in business who've come a long way to be here, and with the group... No, because the side of information that's presented here is the side on the stage, and there are a lot of people who've driven here and come here to get... I'm not going to have an argument with you, Madam. I'm trying to explain what the rules of engagement here are. Okay? It is an informational meeting. It's a roadshow.
So this intellectual commons is something we value. And I'm hoping... seriously wondering how on earth
Catherine, can
we hold on.
Can we get to a question? Yeah.
Yeah, I am. You know, it is really difficult when you're nervous in front of a big group to be taking these big issues and trying to focus them
Catherine,
on a commercial...
So my advice to you would be
just
keep it
a
simple.
Minute, please.
Hectored by you.
And
I'm not hectoring you, sir.
It just does feel like that. Anyway, I'll keep trying.
Please
I'll keep trying.
Okay.
So what I'm concerned about, what I'm concerned about, is the intellectual commons of this country, most of which is recorded in stories. And because I do a lot of treaty work, I hear those stories from tangata whenua as well as tangata tiriti. And people are not happy. There's been the deterioration of the water quality and so on.
I'm sorry, Margaret, we do have to get to a question.
I am, and what I'm trying to explain is the limitations of my question. Because all right, I'll get to my question, and then please don't shut me up for a moment, because otherwise the question won't be clear. So my question is the Creative Commons licence at risk under the TPP? And the key question there is commons, because there is no methodology to date to properly be able to measure what we hold in common.
In terms of getting a really technical answer, I would suggest that you go to the IP session this afternoon.
It's interesting what you just said before about saying that we weren't going to go into something if it wasn't in the net interests of New Zealand. That's the same sort of statement that Tim Grosser made before
Genevieve, can I ask you to get to a question?
Dairy deal.
Get to a question.
So, yes.
So those people expecting the government finally to debate, because they've avoided debate all along for the last several years, we weren't going to get it here. We're just not going to get the debate here. There was a lot of concern about climate change, water shortages, unfair advantages of big corporations affecting the poor and the workers and labor and so on. And most of those were just not answered successfully at all. And so it just the whole thing was like a circus of cover-ups and trying to avoid any of the tricky questions. And it's a real disappointment that the government continues to evade communicating with the public and debating with the public.